think I'm about to start playing some music for y'all. I'm going to start out with a gospel song that I was surprised to find out that none other than Grandpa Jones wrote this. I would have thought that he stuck to silly songs and novelty tunes and physical comedy, but apparently this one he was also into some serious stuff. In the days of Noah, just before the flood, when this wicked world had all forgotten God, Brother Noah built a boat up above God's wrath had flowed, and the people saw that they were made of mud. When the door swung open with the gangplank out, Noah and his family entered with a shout. And the king looked in and said, and then Noah testified, I'm so glad I'm on the inside looking out. I'd rather be on the inside looking out than to be on the outside looking in. When the rain began to fall, sinners on the Lord did call. I'm so glad I'm on the inside looking out. Good old Daniel lived in Babylon long ago, and he had the grace to tell the devil no. Though he prayed 3 times a day in that good old-fashioned way, they said he to the lions den must go. But the lions made him welcome to their home. Well, you see, he was nothing but backbone. When the king looked in and said, are you alive? Are you dead? He was stirred as Daniel spoke in gentle tone. I'd rather be on the inside looking out than to be on the outside looking in. While you paced the palace floor, I had naught to do but snore. I'm so glad I'm on the inside looking out. I'd rather be on the inside looking out than to be on the outside looking in. When the king looked in and said, are you alive or are you dead? He was stirred as Daniel spoke in gentle tone. He said, I'd rather be on the inside looking out. Oh, yeah. Let's see, what's something else I can do? I'm in that. I got one. Let's see. I got this one from one of those. There's been many singers who purported to be cowboy singers, but very few of them were cowboys, and I'm not one either. But this one comes from a real cowboy, Carl Sprague. This one, you might recognize this tune, but he called it the Cowboy's Dream. Last night as I lay on the prairie and gazed at the stars in the sky, I wondered if ever a cowboy would drift to that sweet by and by. I know there are many a stray cowboys who'll be lost in that great final sale, when they might have gone out in green pastures, had they known of the dim narrow trail. Roll on, roll on, little or get roped with a rope to the roundup, or get marked with some crooked man's brand. Roll on, little doggies, roll on, roll on, roll on, roll on, little doggies, roll on. They tell of another big owner who's in their overstock, so they say, but who always makes room for a sinner who drifts from the straight narrow way. They say he will never forget you, that he knows every action and look, or get marked with the rope to the roundup, have your name in that great tally book. Roll on, little doggies, roll on, roll on, roll on, little doggies, roll on. Ah. All right, I might try to do something where I don't have to sing it all. That doesn't really sound that good. I figured this out one day. These are picks. I figured this out one day. I wanted to do this song that I'd heard from a bunch of different people called The Dirty Dozens. And it's a song where you basically, it's some sort of, what do you call you roast, it's basically, it's roasting somebody. It's making fun of somebody. But it's like, it's kind of one-sided because it's a song, it's just one person doing it. And I never really did learn the words, but I did make a little instrumental of it because the music of it itself is good. Hey, try to do it. The Dirty Dozens. something I really, really, really know. Oh, yeah. I remember while I've got these things on, when I lived in Johnson City, I remember I wrote this rag while I was working at this. Oh, you can't hear me? I wrote this rag back when I lived in Johnson City, and I was working at this warehouse that I hated. It was for Crown Laboratories, making the sunscreen and topical ointments and whatnot. And I hated it. And I wrote this tune and completely forgot about it. Found it in my phone way later. But I thought it was good enough. Here we go. Oh, so that's that one. Let's see. Well, I'm there. Oh, I know kind of a sad one. Here we go. I know kind of a sad song I could do. I remember I looked this song up one time. It's one of those old Tin Pan Alley kind of songs. And I looked up the lyrics. I looked up trying to figure out where it came from. And this didn't have anything to do with that, but I found out that it was the song of one of those British soccer playing teams. And I found this forum. It's such a sad song, so you'd wonder why they would sing it at a soccer game. And there was this forum, and it was all these players complaining about the same thing that I've said to you. They say, why is this our song? I love our team, but I hate singing this song when our team is going on. It's just so sad. So here you go. It's called I'm Forever Blowing Bubbles. I'm dreaming dreams, I'm scheming schemes, I'm building castles high. They're born anew, their days are through, just like a sweet butterfly. And in the daylight is dawning, they'll come again from this subject matter. Let's see. Where did I put that cape? There it is. All right. Yeah? Oh, come on. It's a good place to tune, right into the microphone. As well, those nonsense songs. It will be. I'll rise when the rooster crows. Now what you gonna do when the women all dead? Gonna hang in the corner with a hunt down the head. Prepare yourself for that great day, but you can't take your money in to buy your way. I'll rise when the rooster crows. Rise when the rooster crows. I'm a-going back south where the sun shines hot, all down where the sugar cane grows. All the golden shoes that you hear so much about, they're the gospel tunes are gonna wear them out. Prepare yourself for that great day where you can't take your money in to buy your way. I'll rise when the rooster crows. Rise when the rooster crows. I'm a-going back south where the sun shines hot, all down where the sugar cane grows. Now we'll have cider on the farm, but instead of going to the ball, where the duck chews tobacco and the goose drinks wine, and the old hen cackles while the rooster sings a time. I'll rise when the rooster crows. I'll rise when the rooster crows. I'm a-going back south where the sun shines hot, all down where the sugar cane grows. What you gonna do when the women all dead? Gonna hang in the corner with a hunt down the head. If I ever had to marry, I wouldn't marry for riches. I'd marry a big fat gal who couldn't wear my britches. I'll rise when the rooster crows. Rise when the rooster crows. I'm going back south where the sun shines hot, all down where the sugar cane grows. Thank you for that. Let's see, I might do one just similar to that. That's just gonna have to be okay. How's this song go? Treat me so, cause me to wear the ball and chain and my ankle sore. Honky dum dum ho, honky dum dum ho, honky dum dum ho, way down to a playground. I'm gonna build me scaffold on some mountain high, so I can see my darling girl, she goes riding by. Honky dum dum ho, honky dum dum ho, honky dum dum ho. a pretty place and Memphis is a beauty. If you wanna see them pretty girls in the hop to Chattanooga. Home get done no more, home get done no more, home get done no more, and down the Upland Road. Chain down my ankle, so home get done no more, home get done no more, home get done no more, ain't down the Upland Road. All right. Oh, that probably ought to be the end of that. Let's see. All right. Let's see. Do I feel brave enough to do this one. Let's see. I might regret this. This is one that I got from Big Bill Brunzi, the way that he does this, and he just has a very bold guitar style. Why don't you come home, Bill Bailey? Why don't you come home? She cried the whole night long. I'll do the washing, honey. I'll pay the rent. Although I've done you wrong, I'll keep that rainy evening I threw you out, and nothing but a fine-tooth comb. Really, it's a shame, 'cause I know I'm to blame. So Bill Bailey, won't you please come home? Why don't you come home, Bill Bailey? Why don't you come home? She cried the whole night long. I'll keep the washing, honey. I'll pay the rent. Although I've done you wrong, I keep on liquor to keep you warm. Evermore you hope to roam. Really, it's a shame, 'cause I know I'm to blame. So Bill Bailey, won't you please come on home? That's all it. Let's see. I might do another one of these songs. Do you want to back me up on a fiddle tune or something? You want to back me up on a fiddle tune, John? All right, cool. Yeah, I'm gonna do one more, and you can use this guitar if you. I don't assume you brought one. You did, okay. That's about right. Now, this is one of those kind of a deep cut bluegrass artists. But is anybody here a fan of Jim Eanes? No. All right. Well, one of his good. Oh, I hope so. You ought to look his up on after you hear this. You'll be a little more impressed. But this is one of his great songs called Your Old Standby. I don't really like the way that sounds. darling. You never call me dear. I wonder if you miss me when I die. You show no consideration. You have no sympathy. I'm nothing more than just your old standby. If you would call me darling, if you would call me dear, if you could learn to love me by and by, I wouldn't mind this waiting, and I could stand the pain. I'd be something more than just your old standby. A shoulder to cry on is all you want from me. Someone to share your heartaches when you cry. Someone you can depend on to always be around. I'm nothing more than just your old standby. If you would call me darling, if you would call me dear, if you could learn to love me by and by, I wouldn't mind this waiting, and I could stand the pain. I'd be something more than just your old standby. Call me darling, if you would call me dear, if you could learn to love me by and by, I wouldn't mind this waiting, and I could stand the pain. I'd be something more than just your old standby. Oh yeah. Hey, John, you want to join me on one? Yeah. So, yeah, that's a good idea. We're just going to split, so you can take the mic I've been using there, and I'll just take the mic I've been using for vocals for fiddle.
You got your fiddle up here already?
Yep, right here.
Hell yeah. What you want to play?
Oh, what's a good one? We could play Billy in the Lowgrounds.
Hell yeah. What if, what if we do two? What if we do Billy in the Low Ground and then trade off and do Old Jones?
All right.
I just sat on your pick.
All right. Thank you. Yeah. All right. If you're listening, welcome my buddy John Davis here. Oh, man. We're both from Chattanooga, and we both came up here today just for this. I think I'm going to play really a ditty. Billy in the Lowground.
To the fiddle seat? If you want me to.
I thought that's what you were saying earlier.
Do you want me to?
Do you want to?
Dude, it's your.
That's on to what you want.
It's what?
It's on to what you want.
I don't want to
There's
crash
a,
your game.
There's a short list.
There is?
If you want this, it's there.
Alright.
All right. I figure I want John to do one while we're here. We're going to do one that's after our hometown. This one's called Old Chattanooga.
Alright, ready? That was Possum on a Rail, not Old Chattanooga.
That's not right at all.
How's Old Chattanooga? Yeah. Yeah, alright, here's actually Old Chattanooga.
This happens sometimes.
It does happen sometimes. Alright. How's it go?
It's a dead thing.
Yeah, alright, here we go. Oh my god, that's Possum on a Rail.
We can play Possum on a Rail.
Let's play Possum on a Rail. I like your fiddle. It's too similar to Old Chattanooga. Alright.
All right. Thank you, John. Appreciate you. All right. All right. Well, ooh, there we go. For time's sake, I think I ought to just do one more here. Let me get get ready for the one that I'd like to do. And it gets even worse. Oh, here we go. There we go. All right. I thought I'd get to arranging this tune, this old gospel tune, Paul and Silas, the way that I like to do it. I got the inspiration to do this from some old bluegrass 45s of this gospel duo, and it's very interesting to have a bluegrass guitar tuned in this alternate tune, and you don't usually tune the guitar different for bluegrass guitar, but I won't tell you who it is because I want you learning my tricks and spreading them around and telling them to other people. I just want me to know about that. But if you find it, let me know. That'd be pretty cool. All right, here's Paul and Silas. Paul and Silas bound to jail all night long. Paul and Silas bound to jail all night long. Paul and Silas bound to jail all night long, crying, "Who shall deliver for me?" Jailer came and he locked the jail all night long. Jailer came and he locked the jail all night long. Jailer came and he locked the jail all night long, crying, "Who shall deliver for me?" In a burning fire all night long. He was children in a burning fire all night long. He was children in a burning fire all night long, crying, "Who shall deliver for me?" Paul and Silas prayed to God all night long. Paul and Silas prayed to God all night long. Paul and Silas prayed to God all night long, crying, "Who shall deliver for me?" And he locked the jail all night long. Jailer came and he locked the jail all night long. Jailer came and he locked the jail all night long, crying, "Who shall deliver for me?" Paul and Silas prayed to God all night long. Paul and Silas prayed to God all night long. Paul and Silas prayed to God all night long, crying, "Who shall deliver for me?" All right, thank you very much. Can't wait to hear the Asheville Mountain Boys.
Rock hearts will break, believe it, my dear, and yours will break into our feet. And when it does, dear, don't run to me, 'cause it will be too late, you see. Why did you break my heart and throw it down? Why did you spread the news all over town? Why did you make me the laughing stock? Because you've got a heart of rock. Rock hearts will break, believe it, my dear, and yours will break into our feet. And when it does, dear, don't run to me, 'cause it will be too late, you see. Break my heart by running round another new love you have not found. You only handed me back the lock I had around your heart of rock. Rock hearts will break, believe it, my dear, and yours will break into our feet. And when it does, dear, don't run to me, 'cause it will be too late, you see. Thank you all. Thank you so much. Thank you to the folks here at Dee's tonight, Dee's Country Cocktail Lounge. Thank you to the folks out there in the virtual world tuning in on YouTube. We appreciate you both being here in person and here virtually. We're the Asheville Mountain Boys, and we came across from Asheville today, maybe a little bit up. I was going to say up, maybe a little up. And we came across from Asheville today because we could use an N in our name, and so wanted to do that. But we're here to play some traditional bluegrass music for you and some originals too. And this next one, John Duncan, our fine 5-string banjo player and fiddler, is going to sing for us, I believe.
Yes, sir. Here's some... We're happy to be in Nashville. Last night we went out to Robert's Western World. All the guys up here love traditional country music. We're going to do a two-stepping number for you now. This one was written by Bernie Ledden, who was in the Eagles back in the early days. This is called God's Own Singer. This is a song that's about a gospel performer who's at the end of his life. Back chair and a table where he sits while he's able to walk over from a bed of misery to record from his thoughts on a worn out tablecloth where he'd been while his mind rests sleeplessly. Though his body's bent with age, you know he's still out on that stage, entertaining all his friends that paused to greet him at the door. 49 years out on the road, many nights he saved a soul. Now he sits and waits to claim his own reward. God's own singer of songs is going home. Though his poor might be the richest one you've known, and through his pain and misery, wash his soul and cleanse him clean. God's own singer of songs is going home. 49 years out on the road, many nights he saved a soul. Now he sits and waits to claim
is going home. God's own singer of songs is going home. Thank you. God's own singer right there. John Duncan doing that one. Could I get the vocal mic just a little less hot here? Thank you. Well, yeah, that's kind of a gospel adjacent number. It's we can't really call it a gospel song. It's a song about gospel songs. That's right. We like those too. And we were really disappointed to hear we wouldn't be going to the Billy Graham Training Center to perform. We almost did, and Zeb signed the statement of faith to do it. And so he's good, but the rest of us didn't sign. We didn't get a chance to. And then now we're not playing the gig, so Zeb's covered. That's the story.
Do a tune now that was written by Josh Graves, and Uncle Josh Graves, of course, was a great musician, a great resophonic guitar player who played with Flat and Scruggs, also a great songwriter. This is a nice song that he wrote about working.
Yeah, that's all those Gen Zs, Gen Zs, or even maybe some millennials, they might could learn something from this one.
That's right, folks. We're fortunate to have Jacob Brewer on the bass. How about a nice round of applause for Jacob, y'all?
He's a Gen Zer.
That's right.
And he's working.
We get him to work. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Clouds hanging around my door. It's a long, long way from the Mississippi to the Gulf of Mexico. Well, I make my home on the Mississippi. I'm a roustabout on a steamboat line. We hit the deck on a Monday morning. Gonna make the dock on Saturday night. With a riverboat gambler in a dark silk suit and a little mustache. Well, I'll make my home on the Mississippi. I'm a roustabout on a steamboat line. We hit the deck on a Monday morning. Gonna make the dock on a Saturday night. One favor, don't put me down in the cold dark ground. Just roll me up and throw me in a river. Turn me over, I'm heading south. Well, I'll make my home on the Mississippi. I'm a roustabout on a steamboat line. We hit the deck on a Monday morning. Gonna make the dock on Saturday night. Well, I make my home on the Mississippi. I'm a roustabout on a steamboat line. We hit the deck on a Monday morning. Gonna make a dot on a Saturday night.
Thank you, John Duncan leading Roustabout right there.
Thanks, folks. They're working me to death up here.
Well, for those of you who are just joining us, we can't see because of the lights, but we figure there might be a new person or two that walked through the door, or somebody who tuned in on YouTube. We're the Asheville Mountain Boys, and we're really happy to be playing here at Dee's Country Cocktail Lounge, one of the finest places in the Nashville area. Yeah. Y'all like Dee's? All right, yeah. That's good. I really like Dee's. I saw Timbo here last year, and I was just blown away with the place and of course his fine music. And so we had to go see him last night, like John said, and he was playing that good traditional country music. And yeah, feel lucky to be here and on this stage. What do we got next? We got we're in B flat.
Low and Lonely. That's right. In bluegrass music and in country music, there's a lot of songs about feeling bad, which of course we all do from time to time. And that's what this next song is all about. Boys, anybody feeling bad up here on stage tonight? No?
No, sir, not me.
All right. We'll try to draw on some of that somehow to do a low and lonely song.
I mean, there's plenty of things you can remind me of.
Okay.
I'm just not feeling them yet. Thank you.
Folks, you've been enjoying his mandolin picking. How about a nice round of applause for Zeb Gamble, folks? Originally from Wilkesboro, North Carolina.
Thank you so much.
He's proof that they can half raise anything down there.
We do want to also give a mention to the fellow who was on the guitar and the banjo, and he might have picked up the fiddle too, I don't know. There was some fiddle playing going on, but Connor Vlietstra, he opened the night, and let's give a round of applause for him. Fantastic music.
What's this next tune, John? Please search your heart, and we'll ask you to please search your wallets. We do have a tip jar up here.
That's right. We just got more sad songs coming, folks. I'm sorry. That's just all there is to it. Has anyone ever begged somebody to come back out there? Anybody ever been begged to come back? Either way, that's what this next song's all about.
Please search your heart, and maybe you'll find a reason to stay. I'm begging this time. I know I was wrong, and darling, I've paid. Please search your heart before it's too late.
When you left to me, I said that I'd never be blue, that I wouldn't cry if you found someone new. But this is my plea, give me one more try. Please search your heart, don't tell me goodbye. When you left me, I said that I'd never be blue, that I wouldn't cry if you found someone new. But this is my plea, give me one more try. Please search your heart, don't tell me goodbye. Please search your heart, don't tell me goodbye.
Please search your heart. Thank you. This is so that was like, begging somebody to come back. This one is when it's just not going to work. You're living in two different worlds. And that's the title of this next one, Two Different Worlds.
1, 2, 3.
We live in two different worlds, dear. That's why we're so far apart. You built a world out of vows that were broken. I built a world in my heart. All of my friends tried to warn me that you were playing a game. I told them all we were meant for each other. I thought our worlds were the same. We live in two different worlds, dear. That's why we're so far apart. You built a world out of vows that were broken. I built a world in my heart. all of your memories wander, won't you come over mine? We live in two different worlds, dear, that's why we're so far apart. You built a world out of bounds that were broken, I built a world in my heart. We're so far apart. You built a world out of bounds that were broken, I built a world in my heart. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Y'all are very kind this evening. We appreciate that.
Thank you, folks. Keep that applause going for our guitar picker up here, Marshall Brown on the guitar and the vocals tonight.
Thank you.
Folks, we're happy to say we're sort of a brand new band up here, the Asheville Mountain Boys. We just went to the studio just about 2 weeks ago to record our debut album. It's currently getting mixed right now, should be out here, and hopefully the next few weeks. But we're going to do an original tune off of that called Last Night, written by Mr. Marshall Brown here.
Well, you ain't heard it yet. We do hope you'll like it. Last night while your hand was in mine, across the room I could see a beautiful face with eyes shining so bright, looking so deeply at me. I never thought I'd want another that night. Last night while we danced across the floor, over your shoulder I saw a radiant beauty that struck me with awe. I was so desperate to know, when would the other man ever let go? Last night while I held you so tight, I tried not to stare in her eyes. She looked like she wished I was him. Then I looked over at you. My touch grew weaker as the song neared its end. Last night while you stepped away, she made her way over toward me. Should I give up my love to have her by my side? Back from the bar you returned, you took my arm and we left for the night. Thank you. That one's called Last Night. Well, we resisted being on streaming for a while, but we caved in. We said, you know what? We want people to hear the music more than we want the money. At the end of the day, that's the calculation. And so it's on streaming. So if you could just pull up Spotify and play the song and mute your phone and leave it on for the night, that would help us out.
Yeah, folks, we realized that we actually have enough money to last us the rest of our life. We just all have to die by tonight. So if you want to extend our lifespan, you know, kick us a few bucks. No, we're getting ready to do an old Reno and Smiley song for you, but we're really proud of this song. It's our one single on Spotify, and we have a video of us recording it because we went into the studio and stood there and recorded entirely live, which is, not something that's done much these days, but we're really proud of that. So go right out on Spotify or YouTube and look that up. It's another sad one.
Another day, how can I stand it without my baby by my side? This empty feeling now inside me is bound to show what I can't hide.
Just make mine straight without a chaser and let me drown my blues this way. My darling's gone, my life is empty, nothing to live for another day.
A thief could rob and take my money. If death was pending, I could pray. I'm helpless now, what will my fate be? As the hours drag by another day.
Just make mine straight without a chaser and let me drown my blues this way. My darling's gone, my life is empty, nothing to live for another day. Make mine straight without a chaser and let me drown my blues this way. My darling's gone, my life is empty, nothing to live for another day. Thank you. That's a fine Reno and Smiley song written by Don Reno, Another Day.
Of course, we'd like to make welcome with that incredible banjo kickoff, Mr. John Duncan on the banjo.
Hey, wait a minute. This is not a banjo. All right, well, on that same session that we did at Parkway Studios in Asheville there, we cut this two-step and number. This is another original tune written by Marshall. And so if there's any dancers out there, this would be a good one to start polishing up the belt buckles.
And can I get less vocals in the monitor, maybe? Thank you. Yeah, if you just want to put them in the tip jar, that's good. No, I'm just kidding. Thank you so much. We appreciate that.
Ready to go?
Oh, listen to me, darling. There's something I should tell you. I got this aching heart from a full year apart, and I wish that you were here with me again. I'm not making this up. It's a burning feeling. It happened one night when the day was so bright, and I thought that I was done with the pain. I just wanna know if you sleep as bad as I do. Yearning for the melodies of love to ring out in the air again. see the stillness of a loved one's full, you know that you'll be yearning just the same. I just want to know if it's silence that surrounds you, yearning for the melodies of love to ring out in the air again, yearning for the melodies of love to ring out in the air again. Thank you, thank you. That one's called Melodies of Love. It will be on the new album we're going to be putting out shortly. All right. Well, John's going to show you what he can do on the fiddle as well. He's been doing some fine banjo picking, and I think he's fully changed his identity to a banjo player at this point. Is that right?
No, not a bit.
No, not a bit?
Folks, the truth is
What
out.
were you looking at Groon's Guitars?
Oh, boy.
It was banjos. He was up there looking at banjos.
No, it's not true, I swear. No, folks, I'm mostly an old-time fiddle player, and we love old-time fiddle music in this band. That's a way that a lot of us met was at old-time fiddlers conventions out in North Carolina. We love to go to Cliff Top and Mount Airy and Elk Creek, and we just love those silly old-time fiddle tunes, and this is a good one. So if we got any dancers out there. Me and Sal went peach picking. She fell down and I took a licking.
Sally Gooden for you.
Folks, thanks so much for listening to us. We also have a great act coming up after this. How about a nice round of applause for Owen Burton, who's going to be getting up here.
Yeah, Owen Burton. The perfect kind of connection. I met Owen by just jamming next to him at Mount Airy. Didn't really know who he was, and then found out he lived in Nashville, and we were looking for another act, so I was like, oh yeah, the person I was jamming with. We're going to do a little song here that Zeb wrote about a historical event. And I'm not going to do the
Give
work
us that
here.
history.
Yeah, you give the history.
Well, there's a hurricane that came through in 1916 in the Piedmont foothills area of North Carolina. I'm sure it affected other areas on its way, but lots of mills and farms were washed away, and a lot of people lost their lives. But this is a song based on that event.
In the foothills of the Catawba, there were mills run by good men, farms worked by the women and children too. The land was hot and dry nearly all that summer long. Sunday morning prayers for rain to come. Oh, my darling, I hear you call my name. Raging waters care not for thee. Oh, my darling, I still cannot believe you were taken in the flood away from me. Well, the year was 1916 and a mighty storm did brew, making way from the Gulf to Tennessee. It settled on the hilltops of the Blue Ridge Mountain Range, rushing down at such a mighty speed. Oh, my darling, I hear you call my name. Raging waters care not for thee. Oh, my darling, I still cannot believe you were taken in the flood away from me. As the waters began to rise around our little cabin home, my darling's hand slipped away from me. I turned right back around, but she was nowhere to be found. Our wedding day would never come to be. Oh, my darling, I hear you call my name. The raging waters care not for thee. Oh, my darling, I still cannot believe you were taken in the flood away from me.
Zeb Gamble leading that one, The Flood of 1916. It's raining here. Yeah, Yeah, we got some more water songs here. I'm gonna put this capo here on the 5th fret, which is
Any Pokemon fans, this is a water-type band, right?
and you must have been pretty into it. I don't know what that means.
Why are you lying?
No, I mean I had the cards and stuff, but
This is this is a jail song, and the way we normally introduce this like our mandolin player loves this because he went to jail or whatever. Well, Spirit, how many folks out there have been to jail? Raise your hand. If you're on the live stream, raise your hand, even if you're at home. No, this is a good old Stanley Brothers number that's about sitting in prison and looking at the rain.
well, it's raining, raining, raining here this morning. As I sit in jail and hang my head in shame, with a smile I try to greet the early dawning, but they've given me a number for my name. Many little raindrops are falling close to me, makes all the streams and rivers as muddy as can be. It's raining, raining, raining here this morning, as the Mississippi flows into the sea. I wish that I could see my little darling and hold her in my arms just like before. I used to tell her every day I loved her, but now she doesn't love me anymore. She knew that I was guilty of this one crime and said she'd be waiting there for me, but she is found somewhere else to wander, where the Mississippi flows into the sea. Well, it's raining, raining, raining here this morning, and I'm just as weary as can be. I wish that I could follow all the raindrops from the Mississippi towards the Silver Sea, but there's no way to prove that I'm not guilty, and so I will suffer all the shame. Go and tell her for me, little raindrops, they've given me a number for my name. But there's no way to prove that I'm not guilty, and so I will suffer all the shame. Go and tell her for me, little raindrops, they've given me a number for my name. Thank you.
Folks, I know we already introduced him, but I want to introduce him again because he's doing such a damn good job on the bass. How about Jacob Brewer on the bass, singing all the high parts for you tonight? Come on.
Thank you, folks. Thank you, folks. We're the Asheville Mountain Boys. We're happy to be here all the way from Asheville Mountain.
That's right. That's right. We live way up there on Asheville Mountain in sort of a commune type of area. Bunch of old-time fiddlers who won't work.
Don't tell them where they all are, though.
The rumors are true.
Yeah.
No. Where's he at?
We got some of those for sale?
We key of B.
Well, I'm going to take the next 45 minutes to tune this banjo to the key of B, so.
Okay. Well, let's see here. You can tell one of those good jokes.
Yeah, tell him a joke, Marsh.
Tell him a joke? Okay. I heard this joke from Zeb's life partner, Julie, and it's a good joke. So a guy goes in for a job interview, and they say, okay, your application looks good. It's you're just going to have to take a drug test, and you're going to have to pass. He's like, okay, yeah, that's no problem. And they're saying, all right. And they just tell him where to go, and so the next day he wakes up and he goes, takes the drug test, and then the next day they process it, and he confidently walks back into the office, and they're like, yeah, everything looked good on your application, but we got a little problem with the drug test. And he's like, oh, really? What's the problem? And they're like, well, you tested positive for heroin. And he's like, oh, I can explain that. I had a poppy seed bagel for breakfast that day. And they're like, okay, well, how do you explain the cocaine and the meth? And he's like, oh, it was an everything bagel. For those people watching on YouTube, there was some laughs. It was a huge hit, I promise.
We like bluegrass music a lot in this band, but we've noticed that a lot of times the songwriting is pretty sarcastic or sardonic. A lot of sour grapes, kind of love songs in bluegrass. This is one of them. This one's Whose Shoulder Will You Cry On? And we're very lucky to get to sing a bunch of harmony in this band. That's a lot of fun. But Marshall gets pretty mad if we don't let him do just a solo singing number. So we're doing that now to keep him from getting angry.
Once you were my life of breath, then you rode your sweet horse to death. Well, you trifled around too much, and you lost your loving touch. Now whose shoulder will you cry on? You didn't love me all along. You can't love or do me wrong. I don't trust you no more, so go knock on another's door. Now whose shoulder will you cry on? Let those teardrops fill your eyes. They're just payments for the lies that made a wreck out of me. From these chains I'll be set free. Now whose shoulder will you cry on? You didn't love me all along. You can't love or do me wrong. I don't trust you no more, so go knock on another's door. Now whose shoulder will you cry on? Oh, thank you, thank you. What do we got here?
Just more sad songs on the way for you, but we're gonna get to let Jacob Brewer turn loose on the lead vocal here. He's a young single man over in Asheville.
Mm-hmm.
He's 25 years old. Pretty odd for a boy his size to be single, but here we are. Somehow Tonight.
Somehow tonight I feel lonely, my darling. And somehow tonight I feel blue. Somehow tonight these tears might keep falling. Come back, sweetheart, and be true. I never knew what loneliness was, darling, until I watched you walk away. I long to hear you whisper that you love me. I can't forget our happy days. Somehow tonight I feel lonely, my darling. Somehow tonight I feel blue. Somehow tonight these tears might keep falling. Come back, sweetheart, and be true. Well, I thought your love was something I could treasure, to brighten my path right through the years. But all I can see is darkness in the future. That's why I long to have you near. Somehow tonight I feel lonely, my darling. Somehow tonight I feel blue. Somehow tonight these tears might keep falling. Come back, sweetheart, and be true. Somehow tonight I feel lonely, my darling. Somehow tonight I feel blue. Somehow tonight these tears might keep falling. Come back, sweetheart, and be true.
Thank you, thank you. Well, if anybody's just joining us, we're the Asheville Mountain Boys, coming down from Asheville Mountain. That's right. And if you are interested in wearing something with the Asheville Mountain Boys on it, we have T-shirts. That's it, just T-shirts. So that's the only place you can wear it is on your chest there. What's that? All the sizes. Every size.
We got every size.
2 colors, all the sizes. Short sleeve only, which is perfect. It's perfect for now. I hear it's hot outside.
That's right, folks. You don't have to wear them. They make a great sweat rag. Get 3 or 4.
What do we got here? Troubles around my door. All right. Okay, well, we're going to do this one. We drive around in a Honda Odyssey, and it has the most, that design of car or of van has the most cursed doors ever to exist. The automatic ones, I'm sure, might have gotten them when you were going to sports practice or something when you were growing up, or, maybe you were driving it around, some of the older folks in the room. But this one goes out to the Honda Odyssey owners. It's called Troubles Round My Door. My troubles seem to never end. It seems to lose, I never win. The night's so long, I walk the floor. Troubles keep hanging round my door. My troubles seem to never end. They go on forevermore. Still I'll smile and pretend. Troubles keep hanging round the door. What have you done? Your life's gone, but still I'm trying to hang on. You honk, you talk all over town. Troubles have really got me down. My troubles seem to never end. It seems to lose, I never win. The night's so long, I walk the floor. Troubles keep hanging round my door. Thank you. Troubles around my door. That's for the Honda Odyssey owners right there.
Honda, if you're listening, we'll take a sponsorship still, though, we swear.
Yeah. Well, we thought we were only doing one jail tune tonight, but we're doing two. So I don't know how that relates to the tip jar, but I'm sure it does in some way, which we're mighty grateful for all the money going in there. And if you like the music, you can put some more in. And once again, we're really happy to be at Dee's Country Cocktail Lounge. It's one of the best places in the Nashville area, if not the best. And we hope you're treating those fine folks behind the bar well, and tipping your bartenders, and just having a good time and enjoying the music.
This is a god-awful lonesome number that's all about your mother bailing you out of jail, but then she dies from the shock of it.
I'm not in this town to stay, said a lady old and gray to the warden I will pawn you my watch, but pawn you my chain, but pawn you my gold diamond ring. Yes, Warden, I'm just here to get my baby out of jail. When those gates swung wide apart, she held her darling to her heart. She kissed her baby boy and then she died. Warden, in the arms of her dear boy, there she died. Thank you. There's a sad one for you.
All right. I've lived a lot in my time.
Oh, yeah.
Roll on.
Well, folks, they gave us the one more, and we're going to do one more before they drag us out of here. But one more time, how about a nice round of applause for Connor Vlietstra earlier? And we've got Owen Burton coming up. Y'all stick around. We're going to stick around and have a big old time tonight here at Dee's. And we're going to do an old Monroe Brothers song for you. And the Monroe Brothers recorded this down in Charlotte. This was one of their last things that they recorded. And we've been really, really lucky to get to travel around the country together as buds. And this has become sort of our anthem about traveling. And we're going to let Mr. Zeb Gamble sing this one for you. Now, give me 20 minutes to tune this banjo.
All right, well. I just got to say, you two fellas look mighty good under that bush light neon.
That suits Connor. Most of the time we see Connor, he's in a bush.
Well, we got one more here for you. We're the Asheville Mountain Boys, and we got T-shirts and cards, and we'll do just about anything for money. So call the number on the card. We're not just a band. Jacob here is
whatever it takes.
Yeah, Jacob here. He will put on costumes and go to your birthday party, all that kind of stuff. Ain't that right?
Sure thing. I'll also play bass, too.
Or guitar, man. Folks, we've had a great time playing music for you tonight, and we'll see you down the line.
Owen Burton to follow, so stick around, folks.
Whether I'm in the town, I've always got my old guitar. Now whether I'm up or down, I'm rolling on. I'm rolling on. I'm rolling on. I'm rolling on. Through life just rolling on. And maybe I will marry if I can find a wife. I always love my old guitar as much as I love her. I'm rolling on. I'm rolling on. I'm rolling on. I'm rolling on. Through life just rolling on. And I'm sitting in the moonlight, blue as blue can be. I'm strumming on my old guitar just to give my poor heart ease. I'm rolling on. I'm rolling on. I'm rolling on. I'm rolling on. Through life just rolling on. wish I was in the Southland, sitting in a chair. One arm around my old guitar, the other around my dear. I'm rolling on. 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 Through the night just rolling on.
Thank y'all so much. We're the Asheville Mountain Boys. Hope y'all enjoyed the music, and stay tuned for Owen Burton to come. We'll see y'all next time.
Hey everybody, how are we all doing tonight? My name's Owen Burton. Here's a brand new one I've never played out before. Woke up this morning, realized I was laying down. Popcorn ceiling, dust, and fan blades spinning round. Wasn't I somebody else before me? Prehistoric stories caught in my feelings. Well, I'd skip down the sidewalk. They used to call me Lumineer. Was it for the sixth string or the shining ear to ear? Shine a light on this old bed, the sheets pulled up, and underneath all the things I won't discuss, all the thread, the memories, all a little frayed, a dried up story, a faded stain. And I'd love to get a move on if I could find the other sock. And why is the grocery store so far? The last spot on my block. Well, I'd skip down the sidewalk. They used to call me Lumineer. Was it for the sixth string or the shining ear to ear? There must have been a reason it's been dimming to a flicker. What kind of filament forever faithfully delivers? There must have been a reason it's been coming unmade. I'll tuck the corners in again, they never seem to stay. And I skip down the sidewalk. They used to call me Lumineer. Was it for the sixth string or the shining ear to ear? Or the shining ear to ear? I promise I'll play like Church Street Blues in a little bit or something. How about it one more time for the Asheville Mountain Boys? Make sure you leave them a little something in the tip bucket. They're on the road. This is one about doing mushrooms for the first time. It's called Get This to the President. After that debate, that feels a lot less relevant, or maybe more relevant. I'm not sure which. Maybe, I don't think either of them need mushrooms. Maybe the first presidents we've ever had where it's like, no mushrooms for them, you know? Well, I've been thinking in all my thinking. Well, I've been thinking it's time. Well, time to break it all, break it up, break bad. Break my world to a million pieces. Piece of spirit and some peace of mind. Piece of the color wheel I never saw before. Who can see the shade of blue? Who can see the shade of blue? Ooh, it must have always been there, but I'm sure it's brand new. Who can't see the shade of blue? So what went wrong with all the warped mailboxes? Gotta feel bad for the crooked mailman. Man, oh man, how do we get this to the president? President would never let it through the door. Door to something dormant in my brain, adorned in colors that I never saw before. Ooh, can't see the shade of blue. Ooh, can't see the shade of blue. Ooh, it must have always been there, but I'm sure it's brand new. Ooh, can't see the shade of blue. I've never been much of an Aura's guy, but there was all before this brand new shade of blue. Ooh, can't see this shade of blue. Ooh, can't see this shade of blue. Ooh, it must have always been there, but I'm sure it's brand new. Ooh, can't see this shade of blue. Thank you very much. All right. Here's a real sad one. Just a kid, headphones in, trails are all around the store. Feet are dragging past the bread, he don't know how it feels, oh. She said she used to love him, now she don't. There's a song for that. He'll spin it round till the words become his own. Now when he hears it, it still beats him down. Younger man lost in a pew, he's never seen God before. Woman sits down awfully close, chewed nails biting at the cord, oh. She says she worships one thing above it all, push the wire to his ears. She don't think twice, he knows this rooster's crow. Now when he hears it, it still beats him down. Across an ocean lies a man, sweating on an older floor. He's never been so far from home. Forbidden song comes on once more. Oh, thought by now he'd know why he left it all. Thought he heard somebody call his name. It's just some kids playing outside his door. Now when he hears it, it still beats him down. Some hometown, some little park, some old lovers face to face. She ain't the one in his mind, he ain't the one she left behind. Oh, she said one more thing before I go. Play me off with a song. Close your eyes, I think you know this one. Count to 3 and when he looked up, she was gone. Well, it's July 1st, and I have a song called July, and it's about a very bad July I had in 2019. And I realized I went that whole July without talking to my parents at all, and then I talked to them in August and realized it had been since June, and I was like, I wonder if that was part of it. A little bit isolated. So this is about being real isolated and far away from home in July in 2019. Hey, Mom and Dad, it's good to hear your voices. Well, ain't it August now when we last spoke in June? Back home up north, you must be enjoying summer. But I'm so far away that the weather don't change. Feels like July ever since I came. And I've been dealing with a girl who doesn't want to see me no more. And half my friends have packed up and moved back home. And they cut their losses and got out before it's too late. And things are better there, is what they say. But I still think's pretty far from great. And August just can't be as low. At least I hope. Oh, July. Oh, I wish I called you on then. Well, I wish I called you on then. Oh, July. Was the longest month of my whole damn life. and starvation season's just around the corner. And I just punched a nail through a fresh hole in my belt. It's been about 2 years with a mattress laying on the floor. And a backpack holds most all my clothes. Oh, it stays that way just in case I go. And August just can't be as low. At least I hope. Oh, July. Oh, I wish I called you on then. Well, I wish I called you on then. Oh, July was the longest month of my whole damn life. What I mean to say is I should have listened to you. What I mean to say is I won't forget to call you. And I'm not gonna go it alone anymore. Cause what's the point of going alone if it goes like this? Oh, July was the longest month of my whole damn life. Thank you. So I'm an Illinois boy. Any other Illinois boys in the house? Nice. This is about going to the Abraham Lincoln Museum in Springfield, Illinois. If you guys ever are in Springfield, Illinois, for some reason, do not miss the Lincoln Museum. Very good museum, very inspiring. And at one point, I was looking in Abraham Lincoln's shaving mirror from like when he was a young man. And I was like, that's so crazy that I'm looking at my reflection in what he looked at his reflection in. And I wrote a song about it. So this is that. It's called Antique Mirror. Looking back across the old frontier through the fog of an antique mirror, before the emancipators' old feather bed. Well, that prairie life was 1 in a million. All were hard and all worth living. Did he ever see doubt in that hungered gaze? Well, it's in each letter anyways. Story goes, he left his home, just had to move along. Ever always in over his head, over his head. And to do what's right as you wanna do is to do what's hard, that much you knew. And 4 scores of lines drew across that hungered gaze. And it's on each portrait hanging in these hallways. So to see myself in this piece of glass that left the prairie and found her way back, and all I see is doubt in that hungered gaze. Well, what did he do when he looked like me? Trapped by fear and wanna be free. Doubt he'd change a thing except for April 14. 'Cause didn't he run? Well, didn't he run? Well, didn't he run? Well, didn't he run? Thank you very much. I'm pretty much just playing stuff I've never played before, but I'll play some stuff I have played before now. We all have songs we cover, but we just act like we wrote them, right? This will be the only cover I do tonight. It's a George Strait song, just in case this wasn't country enough until now. I learned this song when I was in a situation where I didn't have internet, but I was so sick of everything I'd been playing. I briefly had internet, so I just picked a song, listened to it 100 times, and then I got back to my guitar where there was no internet, and I had to learn it from memory, you know? So I play it pretty wrong, and that's kind of why I act like I wrote it, you know, because it's pretty far from how George does it. But someone special to me said, that's just what folk music is, so that made me feel better about it. And, you know, if I ever meet him, I'm sure it'll happen, you know. I'll suggest some different chords to him. I'm back to being me. I'm back to being nobody. Way back before I used to be or used to be. I'm back to being me. I'm back to who I was before I was the one who fell in love with the one who never ever falls in love. I'm back to being me. These eyes had years to cry themselves to sleep. Now they're dry and they don't lay me down to weep. Oh, for the first time in a long time, I like seeing what I see. No thanks to you, I'm back to being me. I'm back to being me. I'm back to being nobody. Way back before I used to be or used to be. I'm back to being me. I'm back to who I was before I was the one who fell in love with the one who never ever falls in love. I'm back to being me. These eyes that used to cry themselves to sleep, now they're dry and they don't lay me down to weep. Oh, for the first time in a long time, I like seeing what I see. No thanks to you, I'm back to being me. I'm back to being me. I'm back to being nobody. Way back before I used to be or used to be. I'm back to being me. I'm back to being me. I'm back to being me. Did any of y'all know that one? I feel like nobody ever knows that. You know that one? Okay, cool. He's got too many number ones where it's like people don't even know all his number ones, you know? It's George Strait. It's George Strait done pretty wrong, though. Thank you. So I also play in a band called Dallas Ugly. We play on this stage a whole lot. In fact, 2/3 of us are here tonight, which is why I'm the only one up here tonight. So I'm going to do a song that's off our first record, which is out everywhere, called Watch Me Learn. I'm going to do this number from it that I unearthed the original version as I wrote it, that I kind of forgot I wrote it this way. And the version we recorded is quite different. So I thought I'd take this one out for a spin back in its original conception. It's called Fool's Life. So here we are again, cutting ties once more, while the folks pass us by out for drinks. We used to join them too. Now you tell me how I feel, and I tell you about you. In hushed tones, darling, don't cause a scene like we always do. So I'll tell you once more, and this time I mean it. I'm not gonna see you again. As for all my mistakes, well, I live an old fool's life. So what's one more from good this time? You say you miss me now, like you missed me then. Well, so do I, but it's best not to say, 'cause I never did. So I'll give your hand back now, and I'd give the time back if I could. And God forbid you fall back into my orbit like you always do. So I'll tell you once more, and this time I mean it, I'm not gonna see you again. As for all my mistakes, well, I live an old fool's life. So what's one more from good this time? Now the light's gone out. Guess we said it all. Just the sound of our breath in the air. Did I hear a sniffle out of you? So I'll tell you once more, and this time I mean it, I'm not gonna see you again. As for all my mistakes, well, I live an old fool's life. So what's one more for good this time? So what's one more for good this time? So what's one more for good this time?
Well, I guess I'll just do one more. We're supposed to be out of here at 11:30. I'm a little bit over already, so I'll just do one more. That's another Dallas Ugly tune. This one's called Anyone New. Hey, there's a car headed to the city in a minute, and I gotta see about a girl. She don't live there, but I heard she been hanging around, and I think I know why. So I throw our bag in the back of an old 504. Rusted rims rolling round my head of what I'm gonna say. Though I've told her 100 times, 100 ways, it was only in my mind. We're off these days and I'm getting on. Not my idea, but I can be alone. Alone. Tell her so, it's all I can do. Still got my money on going home. 'Cause I ain't got nothing on anyone new. So I head on down to the spot, calm my nerves with a bottle. She walks in as half a two, and when she hugged me, she held it long and tight, just like she did him last night. And I had a feeling someone new had been hanging around. So I guess I'm not quite a fool, but I don't know what you call the boy who meets a man who's been being with his girl. We're off these days and I'm getting on. Not my idea, but I can be alone. Alone. Tell her so, it's all I can do. Still got my money on going home blue. 'Cause I ain't got nothing. No, I ain't got nothing. No, I ain't got Thank y'all very much. I'm Owen Burton. Thanks to Marshall and the Asheville Mountain Boys for having me. Good night, everybody.